Greetings and welcome. I'm Wood Hamster.
And I am 4.
444.
Yes. Don't say those every time. It's pointless.
Oh, I only did it this one time, and the recording we scrapped because I opened up the wrong video.
Yes, the 12-second recording.
Mm-hmm. It's not going to be posted as a blooper. That'd be dumb.
No, it's not really a blooper. It's just didn't start right.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, get to it.
So I got a good theme here going with this setup here. I got a laggy weapon. Not a laggy weapon. I got laggy armor, and I got a Rathalos on a head stick.
So yeah, the theme is fire.
No, the theme is fire and lightning. You know, like in the intro where the Rathalos.
Yeah, what I mean is that you have a fire weapon and you're boosting elemental damage.
Yes, that is what I'm doing. Also, I slapped Capture Girl on that. Because why not? Olympus Swimmer is pretty handy for when you're fighting water monsters. I can highly recommend it. This is pretty much a good laggy killer, but armor set if you're using a fire element weapon.
Razor Sharp can be useful too.
Yeah.
Although sharpening isn't that bad.
No, it has to have really bad sharpness for that to be good.
And really, you don't even have to bother jumping out status down, because if you're using like the armor, you're using an elemental weapon.
I will warn people with status down, it also affects trank bombs, so you need to use one extra trank bomb. So
that is one thing.
You can mess up captures real bad.
Yeah, if you forget about it, especially, and you're just like, oh, I'm done, wait.
No, even if you get punched and you get tossed away, and you're like, oh no, can I make it? Can I make it? No.
You just have to pre-trank.
Yeah, so I got some commodities, and they're pretty awesome. I did some commodity farming, got some Rathian commodities, so yeah, pretty cool. Queen Spirits. Sometimes you can, if you're lucky, you can get like 2 Queen Spirits on Rathian, I've noticed. Pretty handy.
Yeah, that's always nice.
But usually let's face it, you usually get nothing.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're lucky to get any, so...
Yeah. But I also got some Sea King scales, so 4-star commodities from Laggy.
Yeah.
And
finish up getting the boats. Do it.
Laggy can give you a lot of commodities. He can give you either 2-star commodities or 4-star commodities, or he can give you a combination of them.
Yeah, and that's always nice.
I've once on a single Laggy, I think it's like gotten 2 2-star and 2 4-star, and I was like, holy crap, that's amazing.
That's pretty absurd, yeah.
Yeah. Also, I got the best frog costume, or hog costume, or whatever.
The best costume.
Yeah, it is the best costume in my opinion. Oh, Power Charm. Yes.
Get Black Spear already. That's so important.
But Power Charm.
I'm just watching you scroll through your.
Well, look, I can upgrade my boats whenever I want to. I just want to get my Power Charms, okay?
Thank you. Boat upgrades are more important than Power Charms.
I don't know. I like Power and Armor Charms, I have to admit.
Oh, well, they're important, but still, they're not that huge of a difference.
Well, and every percentage counts.
Like I said, they're
nice. Especially
nice.
if you're using a high roll weapon like hammers.
Yes, like the chicken.
Yeah, chicken boat's pretty great.
Vegas hammer.
Oh, it's a pretty good hammer. So, what you're seeing here is pretty much the last commodities to items to buy in the entire game, except there's a couple missing. But that'll first appear once I've won the game, and I got the last couple things, and I'll show that off once I've won the game and all that. There'll be some challenge missions that I still need to do, and I'll be showing them off.
Oh yes, the extra tier. That's basically high rank stuff.
High rank stuff without being high rank, essentially.
Exactly.
They don't send you up against high rank monsters, but it might as well.
No, but they're high rank difficulty.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's generally 2 of things.
So I got a new Boom Boom Dance, and it's actually pretty handy. Dash, I believe that's essentially like a dash extract thing. Hoping I could read it or something there, but no. Weather Breaker is essentially they can't wind press me.
Yeah, that's
pretty nice. It's very situational.
To actually use it on you.
And then you got Hot and Cool. I wouldn't rely on it, but it's good for like if you're doing a harvest tour and you don't want to bring drinks.
Right.
And then you got Blight Resistance, which is kind of meh. but I like the defense up and the recovery.
Oh yes, defense is good.
So, for now, I'm gonna stick to the Boom Boom Dance just because, why not? And the Pop Mask because Pop Mask is pretty good.
It is indeed.
It's my favorite mask of pretty much all of them.
I understand why.
Well, it's full support. I like that.
Yep, because that's pretty much all Cha-Cha's good for in the first place. If you're gearing him up for full damage, you're doing it wrong.
Well, no, not unless you're using the super awesome mask. And then you can gear him up for damage.
Not that great.
We talk about large barrel bomb pluses everywhere.
Yes, but even then, he has to actually hit things with them. You're likely to deal far more damage than he ever will.
I don't know,
So.
he helps tip the battle in my favor.
That's what the support is for.
Anyway, I placed some new furniture around that I just bought, so, out with the old, in with the new.
Gildy's kind of creepy.
Yeah, I know. And they come in 3 flavors.
Yeah, just kind of disturbing there.
Yeah, they just stare into you with those dead, soulless eyes, waving.
Now we get to see it up close again.
Yeah. There's kind of a reason why I placed that there on purpose.
Jerk.
Uh-oh. Oh, man. Oh, now I remember what I forgot to cut out. I forgot to cut out the minor inventory management. But, essentially, okay, let's explain about power charms. Unless you don't know what power charms are, I'll explain to you. So power charms are a item you just put in your inventory that just stay there, and they give you a passive boost to defense and attack.
Yep.
And you can make upgraded versions called talons.
Aww.
And this is not a secret because I showed them off in Freedom Unite. But for the people who didn't see that, they stack with charms. So you can take a power talon and a power charm, and
they stack with everything. They are treated entirely separately from everything else.
Yep, they're pretty great to have.
Oh yeah, once you get both, it's a huge help. Of course, once to get both, you have to be in 6-star multiplayer, so...
Yeah. Well, you can get them earlier if you do event stuff.
And you can get them earlier if you know to do it.
Yeah.
But that's
or if you
really
get lucky on a shiny.
Too.
I had one of my Danish friends, he was playing the game. Well, we're playing the European servers, and we're playing Monster Hunter. We're having fun. And then Joe shows up, and we're like, oh god, run. Wait, he's eating Abnoth? Oh man, he's dropping a shiny. Let's go get the shiny. I'm like, got a average here. Like, oh man, I got a talon. I'm like, fuck you. And he's like, is that good? Yeah, like, explain that he could make awesome stuff with it.
Yeah.
And then he lorded over me ever since. Aww.
Of course. Hey, good for him.
Yeah, I know. Man. Well, he also kind of needed the armor talent, to be honest. He was pretty new in the game at that point.
Right. Well, hey, I noticed a while ago while we were talking that you got Slugger.
Yeah, I got Slugger. Oh,
Slugger is the best thing for a hammer.
Yeah, I know. I love Slugger. I was already psyched. Like, okay, I did all this. Oh man, I got Slugger. Oh, hell yes. I'm gonna do so many KOs.
Kick some ass.
And we're gonna fight a Barioth.
Knowing you, and knowing Barioth. Barioth is a bit tricky to KO, especially if you're alone.
Well, actually, I don't find him very hard to fight when I'm alone, because then I know what to expect.
Fighting is different than KO. Fighting is very different than KO.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I know what to expect when I'm fighting them by myself, mano a mano.
Right, but you're still going to have a hard time hitting the head instead of just wings.
Who says I'm just going for the head? Who says I don't want to break those delicious other parts?
Like I said, it just makes it hard to KO him, not hard to fight him. Definitely breaking the claws is a good plan.
Yeah. But, first time you fight him, he starts here.
Oh, that's just a Popo. What are you talking about?
Yeah, no. It's Barioth. Oh man, it's Narga only, white.
Spiky?
This is essentially the tri version of Narga. Kinda has...
Yeah.
Doesn't exactly have the same moveset, but he has a lot of the basic moveset that Narga has.
Which makes him fun.
Yeah,
I
I do like Narga, and Barioth is a pretty good fight.
He's pretty speedy, but he's probably one of the hardest monsters when you don't know.
Yeah. he will punch you, and he will punch your face in good if you don't know what you're doing.
Right. But, you know, if you do know what you're doing, he's not too terrible.
No. But, you know, there's a subquest on pitfall trapping him, so let's get that out of the way. And
It's worth doing it anyway.
Yeah.
3 hits, hooray.
You know, talk about free hits. If he's going to expose that arm to me, why, I don't mind if I do. Bam.
Congratulations.
Oh, Popo. Run. Flee. Oh, that golf swing didn't even connect. And broke his arm. Excellent.
Yeah, he's really weak to fire, and you're really geared up for fire.
Yes, he is so weak to fire.
Yeah.
Pretty great. Speaking about like the last fight, I should probably also mention that Rathalos is also still weak to dragon element.
Indeed.
Weak to dragon lightning. I think lightning was given because I mentioned, oh man, I got this sweet lightning longsword. There's a kind of a reason why I'm bringing this. But since I can't make a dragon weapon at that point in the game, especially not a longsword dragon weapon, then
yeah, the best you could do is if you had found a rust weapon.
There's no rust longswords, unfortunately, though.
Well, no. If for any dragon weapon,
Yeah.
that's pretty much what you can do at this point.
I'm not going to spend 1,000,000 hours trying to grind for dragon weapons.
It would only take 900,000.
Knowing my luck, never get them. I did manage to get some dragon weapons, but that was like a bit later on.
Of course, after you don't really need them
Yeah.
or want them.
Well, no, like I still need and want them because this is a single player only character, so they're essentially the best dragon weapons I'll ever get.
Fair enough.
But, you know, you go back to camp, once you pitfall the monster, you get another pitfall trap, go figure.
Hooray! Yeah, pitfall traps are great against.
Yeah, he's really weak to pitfalls. And you get some juicy hits on that head when he's in a pitfall. Especially if he's exhausted, then he's in that pitfall trap for so long.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh man, Cha-Cha blocked that. It's pretty good.
Congratulations, Cha-Cha.
It's almost like he's been leveled a lot.
What would make you think that?
Maybe me trying to farm for leggy armor and Rathalos bits.
Oh, I bet that gave him a lot.
Yeah, I think he's capped out at this point.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, so I should mention the breakable parts on this sucker here is the 2 arms and the face. The tusks will break, and then you can chop off the tail. But since I got a hammer, I'm not even gonna bother with the tail.
Yeah, you really can't.
If I'm really lucky and I weaken the tail enough, Cha-Cha could potentially cut the tail off with his boomerang.
Yeah, well,
but no.
Relying on that is... Yeah.
Oh man, this fight's so easy with a hammer.
Oh man, the hammer is great for this.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Now that I've broken both arms, he's a chump.
Yep. You can wail on his side so easily.
And basically my tactic here is just get a whole bunch of small hits on him to build up that delicious KO. And, you know, do a little damage here, do a little damage there. It all adds up.
Of course.
I can't always do the super pound or the golf swing.
Right.
That's the trick to the hammer. And timing.
Yeah, timing is huge. Knowing how a monster is going to move and then starting your super pound well in advance is definitely important.
It is essentially the trick to fighting a lot of monsters. And it's always easy to do solo because you know which way they're going to turn. They're going to go facing you.
Yeah,
if you're playing with a lot of players, getting KOs can be pretty tricky because they're going to face... They can face anyone, really.
I can still do it.
Oh, yeah. It's a lot harder because...
Oh, sure it is.
They're just about to be KO'd and they decide, you know, I'm going to go attack somebody else and ruin all your plans. And then
Just
super powerful.
Good hammers. Did you get the point yet? I'm good at hammers.
Yeah. But it's just like, you know, and you have that super pound charged up and you're like, yeah, he's going to... And you already released it. It hurts inside every time that happens. Because it does so much damage.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish you wouldn't face Cha-Chas. This is like one of the times where I wouldn't mind having Cha-Cha, not.
Yeah, I definitely understand why.
Yeah.
Definitely makes the monsters more predictable when you're the only target.
Yep. Also makes the fight a little bit more dangerous, but I know the fight's
Hammering is dangerous anyway.
I know
unless you're doing it wrong. You can do safe hammering, and then you may as well not be using a hammer.
But I know a lot of these fights well enough that I don't really need Cha-Cha with me.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, he's more of a benefit to beginners.
Especially beginners, because then, the monster has that extra target to focus on.
That's the real benefit, too. It's not even like his support or anything. It's that he distracts the monsters.
Allows you to get free hits, essentially.
Yeah, that was definitely a big help when you're learning, just starting out.
And in Trial Ultimate, having two buddies...
That probably trivialized a lot of the single player.
It actually does, yeah.
It seems a bit much.
But on the other hand, it also kind of I would say it does have an advantage in that it teaches you how the monster will react to multiplayer.
Oh, that's true too.
So what this guy does different from Narga, like it's a pseudo wyvern, but
is indeed.
But what he does differently is, like, as you might have noticed, is he does like a frost breath that does a frost tornado, and it can ice, get you in like an ice ball. And he doesn't do Nargacuga's tail slam, thank God.
Yeah, that tail slam.
Yeah. Oh man, those cats! They just keep stealing my stuff, and luckily they just keep dying. But
yeah, they die pretty constantly. But
I don't think
it's the principle of the thing. Stop taking stuff.
The last of the kills wasn't even me. It was just Barioth jumping into me, killing the cat, and I got my pickaxe back. I was thinking about killing that cat, though. Trust me, I was going like, I'm gonna kill that. Oh, thanks, Barioth. I guess you earned this for me.
Right, slow walking.
Yeah. Well, it's because he's gotta seize up his meal and look at it. What part? He's got to find the leanest flank.
The part with the least fur, because that is not kosher.
No. And with this hammer, it's so easy just to work over like Barioth's neck or head or arm or whatever, and go to Flinch Town with it.
He's flinching constantly. So much fire damage.
Yeah. This hammer is, I would say, essentially.
Oh, it has so much elemental damage.
And it has a lot of fall damage too, which is just ridiculous. And so many monsters are weak to fire and lightning.
Yeah, especially since it's a fire. Yeah, it's just ridiculous. Like every other element of, even in hammers, every other element of weapon you can get as a hammer doesn't have as much fire as this thing gets. And the raw damage is about the same on everything else.
Yeah, well, this hammer is ridiculous when you fight against things that are weak, or even just minorly weak to fire. Even.
Yeah, they don't even need to have a crippling weakness. It's still a good choice of weapon.
Oh yeah, this is essentially just a must-have if you plan on going game.
Pretty much. It is one of the best.
I don't know how much they actually nerfed it in Trial Ultimate, because I really haven't looked at the weapons. Also, second KO. But
yeah, Slugger.
Yeah, though I've been more going for damage than anything. What I'm trying there is not going for damage, but hoping that I can prep up so I can knock him down.
Hey, limping. Victory, kind of.
Yeah.
Impending victory.
Exactly. Now, something I mentioned about capturing Barioth, he can also be a pain, because sometimes he jumps over your traps. In fact, let's be honest, all the time he will try to jump over your traps.
He does that a lot.
Yeah, so you'll just be kiting him around, trying to get him to the trap. Oh yeah, by the way, in Area 6, once you fought him before and you get the cutscene, he will always start in Area 6, so here's a tip. Go to 1, 3, 5, and then 6 as fast as you can to fight him in 6.
Yeah, 6 is a great place to fight him.
Yeah, just
up top, not down below. Don't fight him on the
down below. You've got little critters trying to eat you and sleep you,
and it's really narrow.
you have nowhere to dodge. And as you can see there, 3 trank bombs. If I had gotten hit and had to like slowly get up on my legs, I wouldn't have... You won't be able to make that trank.
Right. That's pretty much the only effect of status down, but it's definitely worth remembering.
Yeah. Like, it's so easy to screw up a capture. I've done it so many times before, and it frustrates me every single time. Because
Man, that is a lot of blood.
Yeah. Oh, I
You're punching
like a shadow.
so hard.
I'm so sad that they removed that away from Try Ultimate.
That it doesn't do damage anymore.
No. You know, like corpses or sleeping bodies don't. You know, you can't attack it anymore.
Right.
You could.
Oh, that's a shame. That was always fun.
Yeah. It's because you could use it to build up your spirit gauge or your demon combo thing.
A bit.
Well, not really abused, but you could.
Abusable, right?
Yeah. And I think that's why they removed it. So,
Yeah, that makes sense.
but I'm sad that I can't just, you know, shadow box punch or kick and then there comes giant blood splatters.
I know, because it's so entertaining.
I know, I love that.
Things is just not smart.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and I did get some delicious amber tusks at least. I'm pretty happy about that. So, yeah, that was a pretty quick fight. In fact, like half of this video is just town stuff, to be honest.
So I've noticed.
Yeah. But, you know, it's important. I can't really skip that stuff. I'm doing a Let's Play.
Sure. And nobody really cares.
Hey, look, people who don't have the game or were never able to get it or never able to play it, you know, they want to see this stuff. Because then, you know, like this is what I do personally. Then they're like, you know, I'm just gonna cut out all the town stuff and all the story stuff, and I'm like, no, I want to see that in the Let's Play. Why?
Yeah, I suppose they can always skip it.
Yeah, you can always skip it if you don't want to see
Hear that?
yourself.
Skip it. That's you, Glazius.
Oh. Oh, so there's a little story update. They gave the monster a new name, or well, they actually gave it a name, Sidious.
Aww.
I've called it quite a bit in multiplayer Cadius because I don't know, language.
Pronunciation. I don't know.
Words.
It's not like they say it out loud for you.
No, exactly.
They should.
They should. But that would cost Capcom money. That's scary. I'm all right with this being text only though.
I'm alright with it too. It's just certain things come up there like, oh man, how the hell do you pronounce that?
Yeah, and then people give you shit for pronouncing it wrong, but you're like, well, how was I supposed to know?
No, the real question is, how do you know I pronounced it wrong?
Because they sit and look at all the localization letters from the developer on their forums, the Unity forums.
Well, you know what? Good for them, I guess.
Okay, I guess.
Now you know how to pronounce it. I don't care though.
Like people like Paperline kept giving us shit for calling it gobble, but no. He kept giving us shit for calling it gobool because it sounds less derpy than gobble because he gobbles you with a big mouth.
Gobool is a way better name. I don't think I've even heard someone consider calling it anything other than gobool as a
Yeah, that's what it looks like. It's how it's spelled.
Yeah, and it's a good name, Gobool.
If they're gonna say gobble, then they should have used the O.
Gobble is an awful name, though.
I'm just saying, then they should have used the O instead of a U.
Well, yes, that too, but it's still an awful name. It should be Gobool.
Yeah. Or you know what? Just remove the E in there or whatever, and then just call it, and just so it'll be like Gobble, right?
Okay.
then it's clear. Oh, if that's what they're going for, why didn't they just spell it out like they did with Nibble Snarf? Nibble, he nibbles you to death.
That's still such a bad name.
Yeah. Yet we still complain that Frogie was changed to Rogie because we want to make all the frog jokes.
Yeah, but that was at least a decent name compared to something like Nibble Snarf.
Yeah.
Come on.
I mean, he does have like the frills that puff up like a frog. So that does make sense.
Oh well.
Oh.
I guess the chief is talking or something. Whatever.
He's telling about oh man, this is
He's
what
using
happened.
words, but he cares.
He's like, oh man, this thing smashed the village that was here before, and that's why there's all these ruins.
We do not do silence over cutscenes. Screw you guys.
This isn't really a cutscene though.
It's exposition dump. Close enough.
Well, I could pause the video to read the text, or just tune us out. You know,
You're
mute
not
the
going over fast or anything. We're just talking over it.
But, you know, he's talking essentially about, like, the plot of the game, and the guild's like, oh, you know, we're gonna have you guys evacuate this place because that giant monster's gonna smash the entire island up with earthquakes.
Elder Dragons are generally a pretty good reason to evacuate.
Yeah, especially when they don't know what kind it is, and they kind of have proof that one village already got trashed before.
Yeah.
In fact, not even a village, like an entire city.
Uh-huh. There's a lot of ruins around this island.
Yeah. It was probably like a metropolis-sized city or something like that.
And he's still not done.
Nope. Oh man, like, oh, well, you should just give up and leave with the guild, and then you'll get to talk to him again. He's like, what, you want to go fight him? I'm like, I didn't say anything. I'm the silent protagonist. You're just putting words in my mouth. God damn it, I just want to leave here.
That's always how I like to imagine games with silent protagonists. Just the person literally can't talk and everyone's just, like, shoving them along. They're like, hey, you're a convenient scapegoat.
Yeah.
What is that you said?
And just as you're about to speak, they interrupt you, and you know, you don't want to be rude, you don't want to interrupt them, so you're staying silent. Okay, I guess I'll go do it now. That's what they expect of me.
Did I say that?
Oh, but yeah, so now we gotta prepare for the big final honcho.
Oh, if only all these people all worried knew.
Yeah.
They're all worried and then it's just like the worst chump ever. It's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, I killed a laggy before, so I guess I could kill an elder dragon. That's the size of way too big. Sure.
He's so easy though.
I know, but it's just like...
He's like Jaggy easy.
I'm just thinking like story-wise, right? You're like, well, I feel like that's my biggest thing. I guess I could kill this titan of a monster now.
Oh sure. You just gotta... His beard is his weak point. It provides him all his powers.
It's because he has a goon neck beard, and once you cut, you know, as they say, once you cut the neck beard off of a goon, they lose their powers.
Oh, so now, idiot is a goon.
Yeah, he's a goon.
This is going places.
Yep. Oh, but let's not spoil too much of Sidious.
That he's a chump? I spoiled that he's a chump.
He is a chump, though.
There's so much build-up, and then he's a chump, and it's so
Goldbeard is also a chump. Oh, I'm just gonna point that out right now.
He's a Lao Shan Lung style chump.
Actually, you know, I like fighting Goldbeard a lot more than regular Sidious. Goldbeard is like the subspecies of the Sidious in
right.
Ultimate.
Yeah, it sounds like they made it more interesting.
They made it more interesting by cutting out the first half of the fight, essentially.
Yeah, that seems like a good way to go about it, because boy, does that take forever for
they gave him some extra unblockable attack moves.
Right.
I think you get what I'm saying, the unblockable attack moves.
Yeah.
They gave him some more of that and made him do some more sweeping moves with that and made him hit you a lot.
Yeah, that's actually how he should have been in the first place.
And oh boy, you better not be wearing Uragan armor like I was, because you almost die. Also, it's a G rank level monster, so it's your entry quest into G rank. So you're still in high rank armor. So
well, at least they acknowledge that it's kind of easy. So they're like, yeah, even a G rank 1, you can handle it.
Yeah. Oh, but he does give like money items, like amazingly good money items.
Money, hooray!
So, this is gonna be one. I think this is their final request.
And it's required.
Yeah, they need to build up the base camp. So you give them the materials for it. Not hard to get. Wrath Talons can be a bit of a pain if you haven't bothered to farm Rathalos yet. Because your first time through the game, if it's your first time playing Monster Hunter, Rathalos is going to give you trouble. You're going to...
From Rathian, too.
Well, no, Rathalos going to give you trouble because you can do all that flying around. You're not going to know about the flash bombs. And you're just going to get frustrated at a 40 or 50 minute long fight that either ends in failure or... Yeah, it's just messy.
But, you know, like I said, you can get the Talons from Rathian, too.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah.
So if you're struggling, that's always an option.
Yeah, it really is. But, oh, man.
And there we go again. She just kind of put words in your mouth.
Yeah.
Like, no, don't answer that. I know.
Yeah, don't worry. I know what you're about to say. They really want me to kill this thing. I guess this is what I live and die for.
Hunting monsters.
People going, oh man, that's great Jaggy out there. This is way above my paycheck, but I have enough money to pay hunters to do it.
Your paycheck must be pretty darn good, sir.
Oh, my good sir, I believe you are lying to me, and your paycheck is way above the monster.
Yeah, he's probably like getting more than what he's paying you, so...
Yeah, or maybe he's just, I don't know, mugging people and taking their money. He's just going like, yeah, here's money. So, now that I've done all this, I got access to a couple more quests. Yeah, got an Rathalos, which is going to be off-screen, got a Diablos, and I think there was a Knickknacker in there somewhere.
Diablos, the other monster that was improved so much.
Oh yeah, just by adding a few moves to him.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's so good.
Way better.
Mm-hmm. So, at least now we can debunk the crazy theory that these tectonic plates that... it's just myth.
I don't even know why you thought that. I mean, come on.
I don't know. It's just like the logical... I don't know. I just like to believe in these sort of urban myths. What can I say?
You believe in the flat planet conspiracy?
Yeah, I do.
Congratulations.
Oh. Farming indeed. So, I believe at this point, yeah, he's telling me, oh man, look behind the waterfall. But no, I already got that mask. Oh, my piggy. My Dr. Ham. I like
that
thing.
costume. Oh, that's not the best costume.
No, I'm showing off costumes that haven't shown off before. So you can make him look like a watermelon. A lot of these costumes are basically Freedom Unite costumes.
Sheep's pretty good too.
Yeah. I think the Piggy Melon and the Sheep are from Freedom Unite. But this one, this is
the frog is definitely the best. There's no denying it.
Frog with a tadpole tail. Oh, I love this costume.
You're gonna mess it up.
Yep.
You're gonna mess it up.
I'm gonna mess it up. Nope.
Wow. I'm impressed. That's actually kind of hard.
No, not really. Well, we'll see.
See ya.